They're not, both of them are bad. I have to say, sometimes I come up with the titles and the...
When did I decide to become an author? It was sometime around the age of 8. I told my parents that I wanted to be an author. And I had been writing stories at that point, like little, tiny little chapter books. I've been telling stories at school and in front of my parents' friends. But at 8 years old, I told my parents I wanted to be an author. It took me a lot longer to actually put a book out and be an author, and be a published author. Much longer than I thought, and certainly in a genre that I wasn't expecting. And it took my wife and I adopting our 2 sons, and for them to make 2 of my dreams come true, make me a daddy and make me an author, because it was their improvised bedtime stories that really launched my career as an author. Their stories that we made about bedtime became my first published books. My very first book, Peanut Butter and Dragon, was a 2.5-year process. We didn't know what we were doing. I'd been writing novels for a long time. And so there was a lot of research involved in, like, how do we make a picture book? What's the right way to make it? As it turns out, there isn't one. So Peanut Butter and Dragon, with all the research, all the figuring out, still was not a perfect book when I released it. The first time I really thought I could do this, I was in grade 13 taking an English class, and I had a teacher assign us all a short story, and I loved this idea, right? And she and I had gotten along very well. She was a very serious English teacher, and a lot of kids didn't like her, but I kind of dug that about her, that she took the art seriously, because I did too. After everybody handed in their assignments, she took me aside, and she went on for about 10 or 15 minutes about how I should never give up the art, that I should continue to try, that I had something. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. That's not expected, sorry. Yeah, she really, Miss Oulette was her name, Miss Oulette. Very first day of ever selling Peanut Butter and Dragon, and people came just to see me and just to get my book. And that was a super weird experience because there's a bit of imposter syndrome. How can you, as a stranger, possibly be coming to see me and my book because I'm just Timm? Why am I important? Why is my story important?
Okay, so that's thinking about, like,
2 young children that had been in a workshop with me like a year and a half before, and they stopped my family on a hike going, "Hi, Mr. Holmes." It was like, oh, people know me and people remember me, and it's the important people that are remembering me. It's the kids.
Okay, we're gonna call.
So when I think about what inspires me, I think my current answer is other people's creativity. When I'm in a class of 60 students and they're all crazy and sharing their ideas and they're so excited, they have to tell me their answer. They have to tell me their idea. And even if they don't get a chance, they come to me afterward and tell me their idea. That so excites me because I'm giving them the opportunity to share that idea. Family support has been awesome. My wife is the anchor of our family. She keeps the schedule straight. She makes sure that I don't burn out by scheduling myself too much when she can control me scheduling. And my sons have been nothing but supportive. The latest book took 4 years. And I think it took the longest because there were so many other projects I was working on. I wasn't dedicated to that book. But yeah, sometimes it can be a lengthy process because you don't want to release something unfinished into the world. But there is a difference between finishing and being done.
All right, side of the cup.
But it doesn't matter because that's a moment in time and it's captured. It's like a photograph, but with a lot more words.